We've been rotational grazing more or less from the early 90s, so about 25, 30 years. And what it's done for us from a farmer's standpoint is it's doubled our capacity to carry animals on the land. And that is driven by the doubling of the amount of dry matter that is raised in a rotationally grazed pasture versus a permanent stock pasture. And these are not just arbitrary numbers. We've actually done some dry matter measuring as part of an experiment with a local university. And we've pushed our dry matter yields on rotationally grazed pastures up approaching our hay yields. I live in western Wisconsin on fairly hilly land, and not only have we pushed those yields up, but we've covered our ground up with ground cover. So from a farmer's standpoint, what we've done is taken a basic asset, which is an acre of land, and doubled the yield on that acre of land through managed grazing. Now, what is managed grazing? Well, at its very simplest, managed grazing is allowing grass to regrow after it's been grazed off by an animal. It regrows faster in the spring, it regrows slower in the latter part of the year, but if you allow the plant to totally regrow, you haven't damaged the plant, and in fact, you've invigorated it. So that is the essence, and how do you get to the essence is that you move cattle around, which is what nature did 200,000 years ago in the Great Plains, both of North America, Africa, and part of Latin America. The concept is not so new, but the way we do it nowadays is new. And the way we do it now, instead of using predators to herd animals, we use electric fence, or in some cases, fixed wire fence, to actually put animals into small groups and move them around regularly. So what does it mean to allow a plant to regrow? A pasture plant, which is a grass or a legume, starts regrowing in about 3 days. So if you can get cattle in, have them graze the plant off, take them out before 3 days expires, that plant will start regenerating itself, and the animal will not be able to eat that regenerated growth. So from a farmer's standpoint, it's a doubling of the carrying capacity of the land. The plants are much healthier, and there's much more variety. And so not only is there more dry matter, but the dry matter is of a higher quality. From a landowner's standpoint, there's all kinds of good things about rotational grazing. One is that you're keeping a good, healthy cover of grass and legumes on the ground all the time, thus virtually eliminating any erosion that could occur. But the second thing is you're building organic matter in the soil. If you look at the owning of an acre of land, you take it over, it has a certain profile, it has a certain nutrient component, and after you rotationally graze for, in our case, 25 years, you can see organic matter going up, you can see nutrient levels going up, the soil has become more alive and therefore more productive. And so at the end of your ownership or your stewardship of that land, it is in a better place than it was when you took it over. And this is exactly what happened on our farm. We've done soil sampling and measuring for 30 years. And we've more than doubled our organic matter in the course of about 25 years. Our pH has leveled out at a good level. Phosphorus and potash have grown over the course of this period, mainly through animal manures and not through chemical additives. So for us as a farmer, it's been both an economic win and a cattle health win. And for us as landowners, it's been a win because we've actually increased the value of our asset.